What's up, guys? Today we're going to show you how to make Karioca. Karioca is a sweet, deep-fried coconut rice ball coated in a caramel glaze. In our recipe, we're first going to start off by chopping up some jackfruit into tiny little chunks. We recommend just using jackfruit from a jar that's already been cut, pitted, and soaked in syrup, versus cutting up a whole jackfruit. Mainly because jackfruits are typically the size of a dinosaur egg, and this recipe only calls for a cup. Adding jackfruit to your carioca is optional, so if you're not a fan or it's not available, you can skip it altogether. Once you're done chopping it up, you're ready to start making the batter. In a new mixing bowl, start off with 2½ cups of sweet rice flour. Next, add in 1 3/4 cups of milk, 1 cup of sweetened coconut flakes, and lastly, your chopped up jackfruit. Mix all the ingredients by hand until everything is fully incorporated. And then just scrape off any excess batter stuck on your fingers.
Now it's time to shape your carioca batter into little balls. To make the balls, just take some batter and roll it in between your palms. For this recipe, you want it to be around the size of a ping pong ball. You're also free to make them a little bigger or smaller, but just know that your frying time might vary from ours a little. As you're shaping your carioca, you'll find that more and more of the batter will begin to stick to your fingers. We recommend having a bowl of water nearby so that you can rinse your hands and quickly get back to rolling. If you don't plan on frying all of your carioca, you can also freeze them and fry them at a later time. Just make sure to first freeze them on a tray so that they're not touching for about 30 minutes to an hour. That way, you can bag them afterwards and not have to worry about the balls clumping together when they touch. No pun intended. When you're done shaping your carioca batter, it's time to start frying. In a new deep pan, pour in about 1½ to 2 inches of oil, or just enough to fully submerge your carioca. And then heat your oil over medium-high heat. We usually like to wait a good 10 minutes or so, just to make sure the oil is hot enough.
If they've lost their shape a little, you can give them one last roll before dropping them in. During the first couple of minutes, you'll also want to occasionally shift them or turn them so that they don't stick to the bottom of the pan. Once your carioca starts to develop an outer crust, you won't have to worry so much about turning them. Fry your carioca for about 15 minutes or until they become golden brown. And then, whoa! Did our carioca balls just magically create a perfect circle on their own? Reynard tried to do a little Vanna White action, but the circle broke as he was doing it, so just ignore him. Once they're done, place them in a strainer to allow the excess oil to drain. Next, you'll want to start making your caramel glaze. In a new pot, drop in 1/2 cup of butter, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and 1/4 cup of milk. Stir all the ingredients over medium heat for a few minutes until you have yourself a caramel glaze. Afterwards, just take a toothpick, skewer a carioca ball, and coat it with your caramel glaze. Then just repeat these steps for the rest of your carioca. And then, ooh, baby, baby! These carioca are talagang tasty.